your boy Cartoon Review. We review anything that a consumer could buy. Today we're going to be discussing why the government shouldn't mix with the tech company. Everybody know what's going on with HUAWEI in the U.S. They want to ban, the U.S. want to ban HUAWEI, so all the rest of the company based in the U.S., like they headquarters in the U.S., all follow suit. But little by little, everybody is backing up. Why? Simple fact. It's two things that I'm going to say. Two things. The bottom line, and if HUAWEI, let's say, because ARM is the chip maker for all the HUAWEI phone, for the Korean 980, is all of that. They're starting to realize that this is not about trade. This is about what a man's ego being hurt and trying to make it seem like he's the big dog. And then these companies are following it. They should, little by little, they pulling back. You seen what Google said first, we ban them, but then they give them 90 days. Not ARM, the SD community, whatever, banned them, but they said a couple of days later, they said, nah, y'all back in there. They're starting to realize it's going to affect our bottom dollar, because as much as U.S. buy phones, that's three or four times more people in China and overseas and India buying more phones than we are. So my opinion is it's going to hurt their bottom dollar. And the most important thing is we have to understand HUAWEI is big. I'm talking about big, and people buying their product, and big, and money. You know what will happen if HUAWEI creates open source operating system, or if they start creating the chipset? They're gonna undercut the Americans all day. And you know how the same way as Americans supports American, what do you think the Chinese people are gonna do? There's more Chinese people than U.S. people in the U.S. HUAWEI creates an open source system for them. They're gonna sell it to everybody else. Google's not gonna compete with HUAWEI. I'll tell you that much. It's not. And then on top of that, they create a chipset. They start thinking about all that. HUAWEI could fall back for 2-3 years. Don't get it twisted. They got enough money to do that. They're like, you know what? All right, cool. My opinion, all right, cool. We got this money. They already prematurely knew that something like this was gonna happen. All right, they fall back. If you see HUAWEI falling back and not doing nothing, that's the time where Google, ARM, and anybody else that trying to distance themselves from HUAWEI should be worried. Because now they in secret, now they underground, now they working with something. If they pop out saying, yo, we have an operating system that we don't need Google, Android, yup, stock market is going to go down on them. Oh my God, you don't even understand. I hope it doesn't happen that way, because I do live in the U.S., and if a company as big as Google, I haven't looked at the numbers, but at least overseas user and mobile phone and phones that use Android has to be more than 50%. I'll tell you that much. Has at least 70. I would say 70. And the US 30, because US use more Apple than anything else. And then ARM, who you think they don't sell the chipset to, if I'm not mistaken, to Apple. And if you have another company that does the same thing that you're offering, but for a lot lower price cost, you're gonna do that. Especially when it comes to Chinese company, they support each other just like American companies support each other. It's gonna happen, and whatever they do, they don't want HUAWEI to go underground. They just don't. And that's why I think that the politics, what they doing, this administration is doing with the tech companies, is is scary. It's scary because that's the only freedom we really have of having a device. And now they're gonna make us just choose, yo, you can't buy this. That's scary because now you're working hard to buy something, then they want to ban it because some guy up there, his heart is broken. People saying, no, he's soft, which he is soft, regardless of the fact that you're not strong. This down the third. You want to bring jobs back. Jobs ain't coming back to the U.S. Nobody's going to work at a Fortune 500 company building Fortune 500 product for $6 an hour. They're not nobody. They could give them a phone every week. You're not gonna do it. You're not. So a lot of people, I don't know, man. I mean, my opinion is, I hope all these companies that is banning Huawei think it over. Think it over, because shit could get real ugly real quick, especially with a company that is being held back, like they're getting backed up, but they're getting backed up having money in their back pocket. Oh man, it could be bad. This is my opinion. Let me know in the comment below if I'm right or wrong, how you feel. Should I make other points, bring other points? I'll do another video if y'all give me some pointers that what should I talk about, what I think about. I would definitely gladly do it. I just don't like when you have this kind of issue. It doesn't make any sense. They saying that Huawei phone spy, but they don't have no proof. Just because somebody said. Just let me know down below how y'all feel about it. Make sure you like this video, and if you didn't like it, you can hit a dislike. It doesn't matter, but at least you watched the video and give your. And if you dislike it or liked it, give me the reason why you dislike this video, and if you did, tell me why you like this video. It's your boy Cartoon. Peace.